Ripple just told everyone everything they need to know about Ripple Swell 2025. Let's say that this event is really full of speakers, the main idea of the event, and other things going on around it. It looks like this will be one of the most important Ripple waves ever. Don't forget what I've always said about Ripple Swell. Also, remember what Ripple CTO, David Schwartz, told us. He said, it's crazy that Ripple, even back in the early days of Ripple Swell, which was over 10 years ago, an event for banks was put on by Ripple, a company that works with blockchain, he called. It's Ripple Swell, which is another word for a meeting of bankers. As for the name of the meeting, it does make sense given the people who are there and what is being talked about. But it's crazy that a blockchain-based company would host such a big event with such famous people. Let's take a look at some big news. The chair and CEO. This is very strange. The head and chair of NASDAQ will be in New York City for Ripple Swell 2025 as a guest speaker. She's going to think about what will happen with they talk about the money system, what digital assets and blockchain can do, and how tokenization and new technologies are changing their jobs. Just so you know, my name is Adina Friedman. More than that, we're talking about how the whole money system has changed over time. The way stocks are bought and sold has helped people in the end. Yes? There are changes to who holds our money and how we buy, sell, and trade things. Things are changing in the system that holds them all together. We think of the NASDAQ win. Remember that they just said they want to trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and then for 245 days. The real start date for that is 2026. That means these big players are now all set. Also, these are just a few names from Ripple. If we look over here at D one more time. Citi is finally here. Citi is in charge of digital assets, finance, and trade solutions around the world. He is also the Chief Product and Innovation Officer at BNY, BlackRock, Fidelity, Hidden Road, DBS Bank, and CME Group can be seen after that. Ripple is another one of the XTX funds if we look down the list of guests. I think this will get a lot busy over time. This is something we need to pay close attention to. But, this is going to be one of the most important crypto events. Over 2 days, we can find out what the classes are about. People from Ripple, the Ripple team, and thought leaders in the field will talk about a wide range of topics to show how businesses and banks are using crypto and blockchain technology. All of these things could be seen down here. We'll talk about a lot of things at this, like progress in regional rules, payments, crypto and financial services, industry trends, and more. I am very excited about this event. It's an important meeting that will change how money goes around the world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and how these old markets work. I believe everyone should pay attention to things like this. To be safe, you should mark your calendar for this very important event. Remember these events. During those times, there will be a lot of news on social media. Now let's get to the story's most important part. Crypto ETPs are no longer being looked at by the SEC. As of now, we know that the SEC has issued registration rules for crypto ETPs. Any coin that has been trading futures on Coinbase for more than 6 months must file a new exchange document. I think the products will be okay. In September or October, more than one altcoin ETF is likely to be accepted. Thank you. No, those projects are clear to see here. XRP would be a part of this, yes? Yes, even Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Hedera, XLM, Chainlink, Avalanche, and Polkadot. Guys, I want you to know that these ETFs won't just make us rich. The most crazy thing about these ETFs is that they make it easy for crypto to work on Wall Street. In a way we haven't seen before, blockchain and digital assets are changing up the way banks work. It's also making a lot of noise. They can't block out the noise any longer because there is a lot of it, right? They could have avoided this in the past. They could have said something like, oh, crypto, it's just a phase, and didn't pay attention to it. But guess what? That could have been said in 2020, 2021, or 2025. Things have changed a lot, right? There are now more stable coins than any other type in the world. The big banks, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Franklin Templeton are all here. In other words, the change has started. It's already happening. You can't keep ignoring it. That's why these ETFs will be accepted very quickly. I promise that in the next few months, a lot of money will come into this area. We think about shopping too. Okay, shopping isn't coming in big waves like it used to. Right now, the people who are really moving this market are the big institutions. Because these ETFs are so good, big investors can use them to bring a lot of small players into digital assets and the crypto area. The news starts to talk a lot about these ETFs, and regular people are also very interested in them. That's what will make all those normal people who bought crypto come back. Besides that, we have this from John Squire. The SEC has made it possible for crypto ETPs to be traded in more places. Use any old coin that has been bought and sold in futures for at least 6 months. That's a lot of deals and open positions for XRP and derivatives. There have been over 30,000 of them. It does everything that is asked of it. That is the XRP. It's possible that ETF will happen in September or October. Let's also think about how great this is. What did I say to the Fed? Rates went down in September, October, and December. Think about how good things are in the altcoin market right now. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am for September to see the real fireworks. Altcoins are very interesting right now. Also, let's look at all of those ETF records that are with the SEC over here. All of these still need to be accepted. There are more than 11 ETFs. There are 4 ETFs related to some of these names like Pros Hairs. We are still waiting for almost 18 different XRP ETFs, as you can see. As soon as we see one get the go-ahead, these will all line up. What about BlackRock? You ask a lot of people. Nate Garassi, this is a great post that you wrote. I still think BlackRock will put out ETFs for both XRP and Solana. For the largest asset manager in the world, which is currently in first place in both spots, it doesn't make sense. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs will not hold 2 of the top 5 crypto assets that are not secure. I also think they will make a crypto index-based ETF. I'm sure they will launch both index-based and spot ETFs if they do start an ETF for cryptocurrencies. I know that BlackRock is putting all of its money into Ethereum because it doesn't trust XRP. It's all about business. It seems like they won't need any more spot ETFs when they open the side. If you don't, clients and possible sellers will think that Bitcoin is a scam. Only Bitcoin and Ethereum will ever be winners. That's great if they are sure. I don't believe they do. At the moment, Vanguard is not focused on Bitcoin, but on blockchain because it is still early. I also think this will happen even if we look at Coinbase's profit report for the 2025 quarter. Thanks, Quack. Right now, people who own XRP are the most important people in all of crypto. XRP brought in more trade income for Coinbase than Ethereum or even Solana. It shows these big financial companies that XRP is so popular that it's making more money than Ethereum and even Solana. That makes Ethereum the second most valuable coin. So far, BlackRock has made a lot of money with the Ethereum ETF. When I look at this, I feel like we might have done something wrong. WW, he might have done better to go after an XRP ETF instead of an Ethereum 1 second. To back this up, the best thing to do is say, hey, guess what? It's not enough to just go after XRP second. There is already an ETF for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. To make sure this is done right, let's start an XRP ETF right away. So they file right away. Any big business that wants to file can do so just like BlackRock. This plan works really well, even more so now that the SEC has made new rules for September and October. Soon, the market will wake up in a big way. It keeps happening. I always talk about it. A lot of people probably don't know that the old season is still just getting started. We are now in phase 2, but this is still just the start of phase 2 for Ethereum. That $3 XRP, or $360, is great for when these old coins really go crazy. Guys, that number could quickly double or triple when the old season starts up again. I don't think many.